Hey guys, yours truly, Kevin Grace. I'm here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at Green Oak Memorial Park Cemetery, doing a vlog on a man that was a pilot, drug smuggler, and he's been portrayed in two different movies about his life, about what happened to him. He was a drug smuggler for the Medellin cartel, and he was later assassinated. He was set up and used by the U.S. government. That man, Barry Seal. It happened in 1986. At age 46, he was killed in a parking lot of a halfway house where he was told to report every day at 6 o'clock. It was at the Salvation Army. Very, very sad situation. There have been two movies based on his life. Double Cross, that was in 1991, and the other one in 2017 was American Made. I did see American Made. That had Tom Cruise, if you remember that movie. And very, very interesting. And there's some interviews that he's talking about what he did. And they also said lots of times, seems like, you know, he would brag about stuff, so you kind of wonder what's fact, what's fiction. But him being executed like that, I believe there were 3 assailants, and the hit was sent by Pablo Escobar because one of the planes that he was flying was rigged to take photos and by the CIA, and then you see Pablo Escobar helping to load some of the drugs into the airplane, and another person that was a politician in Nicaragua. And of course, Ronald Reagan, he shows this stuff on the news, and of course they knew exactly who it had to be. So you know, instead of giving him, you know, relocating him and helping him out, I mean, it was just a really bad situation. But he was executed. But anyway, he is buried right here, and right next to his parents. But this is his grave here. Alder Berryman Seal, aka Barry Seal. And it was February 19th, 1986 when he was assassinated. Now, they are talking about releasing one of the assailants that did it. And about 6 months ago, there was a news story that came on the news talking about that the guy could be up for parole. I will put it with this vlog as well so you can see. But like I said, he's buried next to his parents, Benjamin Curtis Seal and Mary Lou Seal. His mom died in 2005, but Barry's right here. You can see they have a little airplane on there as well. It's pretty cool. If you like this video, please subscribe down below and feel free to leave any comments about Barry Seal. Hey guys, I'm here at 7361 Airline Boulevard, which is the Salvation Army. Now, on February the 19th, 1986, this is where Barry Seal was told to report every day at 6 o'clock. And just like clockwork, he did. Unbeknownst to him, there were 3 assailants waiting for him, and they riddled his car with bullets. They said about 50 bullets. Now, they did catch those assailants, and recently on television, about 6 months ago, they were talking about one of the assailants was up for maybe parole. So it's been over 30 years. I think one of the other assailants had passed away, and the other one, I believe, is incarcerated in Georgia. But the judge did not do Barry Seals any favors at all. And you would think, him being government witness about Pablo Escobar and the drug trade, he would have gotten a better situation. but it seemed like this judge was hell-bent against him. He gave out the address of this Salvation Army halfway house, and you know, it wasn't too easy to hard to find. Baton Rouge isn't too big, and this is it here. I'm still trying to find maybe the exact spot, because they show the white Cadillac, and it looked like it could have been like maybe over in this area. He was backed into a parking spot, and you can see these are the rooms over here where they would stay, and now this place is not open anymore. But I'm even looking for any place where bullets possibly could have been. So it could have been that parking spot, or maybe right here. Like I said, it looked like he was backed into an area. But as you can see, this is it right here. But this is not in use anymore. You can see the rooms here, and well, no, it is in use. I see somebody in the back there sitting in a chair, so they still do use this particular building, but I guess this store is not in use anymore, I should say. But this is where it was, and I just took you to his grave at Green Oak Memorial, but I just wanted to show you where it happened. So if you ever see the movie American Made, which was 2017 with Tom Cruise, and then Double Cross in 1991, I never did see that. That's another movie portraying Barry Seal. If you like this video, please subscribe down below. Feel free to leave any comments about Barry Seal.
He used to smuggle drugs, then he got caught, and he became one of the government's most valuable informants in the war against cocaine. But last night in Louisiana, Barry Seal's enemies caught up with him and killed him. Tonight, 3 men are in custody. NBC's Brian Ross reports that Seal was about to testify for the government once again.
Authorities believe last night's machine gun killing of top drug informant Barry Seal was ordered by drug bosses in Medellin, Colombia, who sent 5 men to Baton Rouge to kill Seal. Seal's son, Barry Jr., one of 5 children, was restrained by police, who said the gunman had waited in ambush for Seal at a Salvation Army shelter, where Seal had been sentenced by a federal judge on a drug charge to do community service. Seal was a tough guy TWA pilot who got caught smuggling cocaine and became one of the most important and daring undercover operatives, infiltrating the top Colombian drug operations. In a recent interview, Seal said he knew he was risking his life.
The old saying, if you can't stand the heat, don't work in the kitchen. I can take the pressure.
It was Seal who posed as a smuggler and flew into Nicaragua and took these pictures showing Colombian drug dealers and Sandinista officials loading cocaine on his plane. Seal busted up the Colombian connection in the Caribbean country of Turks and Caicos, setting up a payoff meeting on videotape that led to the arrest and conviction of the country's prime minister. And Seal was scheduled to be the key witness against this man, Jorge Ochoa, the top Colombian drug boss, now in jail in Spain, about to be extradited to the United States. Authorities say the Ochoa drug organization was responsible for the bombing of the U.S. Embassy in Bogota last year, the assassination of Colombia's Attorney General, and now the murder in Louisiana of the man who was perhaps the most important undercover drug informant ever. Brian Ross, NBC News.
New tonight, infamous drug smuggler Barry Seal gained international attention for his exploits, even being portrayed in a film starring Tom Cruise.
It's been 35 years since 3 people were convicted of his murder, but now one of the killers may be set free. Nick Perlin spoke with Seal's family about it.
Yeah, Michael, Sylvia, the family of Barry Seal is frustrated after a clemency hearing was held for a man involved in Seal's killing. He may be able to get out of jail.
The camera was mounted here on this bulkhead.
Barry Seal is known for being a famous drug dealer, smuggling hundreds of thousands of dollars of cocaine into the United States. Today, he is a huge figure in pop culture. While many only know him as a famous drug dealer and a character portrayed in movies, His daughter, Christina Seal, says at the end of the day, he was still her father, and says he was unfairly taken from her when he was assassinated by 3 people at a halfway house near Airline Highway.
This man took away a father of 5 children.
Last month, a clemency hearing was held for one of the 3 men who were convicted for killing Barry Seal. He was given a life sentence, but now he might get out of prison.
My first initial reaction was shock, and then anger, and then sadness. And I broke down and began to cry.
Christina Seal says she understands her father was far from perfect. However, she says her father will never have the chance to walk out of a prison to see his family.
My dad's dead. I know that. And there's nothing that's going to bring him back. And I know that too. But there are consequences for people's actions. It's not okay that he gets to go home to his mother when my father doesn't get to come home to me.
I buy and sell airplanes all over the world.
Seal says her father was trying to become a better person.
Truckloads, duffel bags full of cocaine, and they were loaded on board the aircraft by the Cuban and Sandinista soldiers.
At one point, even working with the government to try and bring down Pablo Escobar.
He was trying to right the wrongs in his life that he has done. He was trying to make things better for his family, not just because, he got caught, but because I think that he realized that he wanted better for himself and for his family.
As for her father's killer, she says letting him leave prison after having a life sentence would send the wrong message, even though the assassination happened over 3 decades ago.
He had all these glowing letters of recommendation and all these good things that he did in prison, and that he should be granted this clemency.
Christina says she's forgiven her father's killer, but says that doesn't mean he should be released from prison.
You can wish them the best in life, and you can be grateful that they have found God, but you still have to pay the consequence for your actions.
I reached out to the governor's office late this afternoon to see if they are considering giving Vasquez parole. We're expecting an update next week. Michael, Sylvia.